Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good week. Today we're going to learn how to solve systems of equations using matrices. And so first off, we're going to list off our steps that we're going to be putting in our calculator, and then we'll practice it. All right. So the first step that we're going to do is we're going to press second matrix. And we're going to go over to edit, which is right twice. Then we're going to press enter on A. We'll input our values. We're going to press second quit, which is the mode button. And matrix is on the x-1 button. Then we'll go second back into the matrix. We're going to go to math, which is just right 1. And then we're either going to go up or down to its letter B, and it's R, R, E, F. Make sure you go to the one that has the double bar, or the double R, 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 E, F. And then we'll go back into second matrix, and we'll press enter on A. That'll bring us back to our home screen, and we'll press enter one more time. So that's our process. What this looks like, so here's my system of equations. It's always going to be in this order with your x, then your y, then equals, and your answer, your number. Always has to be in this order. If it's not in this order, you need to make it in this order where the x and y are on the same side of the equal sign with each other. The matrix will look like this, where it won't have any of the letters in it, just the coefficients. So 4, 3, -4, 3, -1, -3. That's all my matrix. With my matrix, this is 2 rows and 3 columns. And so whenever we put this in our calculator, this is a 2 by 3 matrix, where it's always your rows first and your columns second. And so now we'll practice putting this in our calculator. And so our first step, I need to get out of this. Our first step, we're going to go into the matrix, which matrix is this button down here, the blue matrix. So we're going to go second matrix. We're going to go over to edit. We want a 2 by 3, so you just press enter after every input. And so we'll have 4, enter, 3, enter, -4, 3, -1, -3. And then we're going to press second mode. It goes out to the home screen. We'll go back into the matrix. We'll go over to math. I think it's easier to scroll up, but you can also scroll down to the RREF. It goes back into the home screen. It has an open parentheses, meaning we need to put something in here. So we're going to go back into the matrix. We're going to put in matrix A, and it spits out our answer. And so this is our answer. And I'll tell you how to read it as well. There's 1, 0, -1, 0, 1, 0. All right, so remember this was our X column, our Y column, and our solution column. Need to come down, there we go. And so this says 1x, no y's, equals -1. So my x is -1, no x, 1y equals 0, y equals 0. So my answer is -1, 0. And that's what we're doing. I think this is probably the easiest way to solve. You just got to remember how to put everything in the calculator. Number 2, everything's already in order, and so it's 7, -5, 61, 6, 5, -22. And so second matrix, go over to edit. It's a 2 by 3, 7, -5, 61, 6, 5, -22. Go back to quit, go back into matrix, math, the RREF of matrix A, and there's my answer, 3, -8. And this is the work I want to see on your assignment as well. I want you to convert this into the matrix without the letters and put the answer. That's really all the work that's necessary. Make sure it's also in the correct order. Number 3. So this one now is going to have 3 rows and 4 columns. And so we've got 3, 2, -1, 11. 2, -1, 2, -3, 1, 3, -1, 8. So this one's going to be x, y, z, and then the number, the solution. And so second matrix, and I'll go through my steps. This one's going to be a 3 by 4. And there's my answer. This time it's my x, my y, and my z. You should always have ones along the diagonal. If you don't have ones along the diagonal, something's not right. So my answers are 2, 1, -3. Or not necessarily something's not right, but it's a special case. All right. On the next one, we've got 3 variables, but some are missing. If any variables are missing, we're going to input a 0 for those. And so whenever I make my matrix on this one, I've got -3, -1, 4, 11. 6, there's no y, so it's 0, -1, -9, 1, -2, 3, 0. So I'll go back through my steps. And so this one's -143. All right, and then I'm going to add a couple problems to this. So hopefully you're still watching. Number 5, I'm going to put on 2x plus y equals 5, and 6x plus 3y is equal to 2. And so we'll go ahead and put this in our calculator. All right, this one's back to 2 by 3, and so 2, 1, 5, 6, 3, 2. And so whenever you all said and done on this one, it doesn't have the ones along the diagonal. So my matrix I put in was 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, 2. But on this one, the answer doesn't have ones along the diagonal. And since it doesn't have the ones along the diagonal, this is a special case. So on the bottom row I have zeros and then I have 1. And so the way I would read that, see 1.5, 0, 0, 0, 1. I'm always going to look at the bottom row to see whether this is a no solution or an all real numbers. So this reads right here 0 equals 1, which is not a true statement. It says no solution. If you did get straight zeros on bottom, so if you had 1, 1.5, but then 0, 0, 0, 0 does equal 0, this would be all real numbers. So here's our special cases that may come up. But I hope everybody has a great day. I'll see you in a couple days.